1, 2, 3. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. This is rather good. So yeah, people, let's start. Yesterday I couldn't go streaming because I got, I got a bit, I don't know if too tired or just sick or whatever when I went skiing. So yeah, I decided to just not stream. And yeah, still quite a bit of race left. Yeah, it looks like there's still plenty of dunes and such to be left. So yeah, it's gonna be entertaining. I'm not gonna enjoy that downhill I can see there on stage 9. This is fairly easy except for the final downhill on stage 10. That's gonna be nice. Uphill is always better in this game. It's much easier. And the last stage is fairly flat. Let's go. I think I've solved most of my issues when it comes to sound, except for the cracking, because the cracking is just a matter of my headset being trash. So yeah, I don't know how to solve it, to be honest. I guess I could just race this stage without repairing wheels or suspension. But I'm gonna repair, yeah, this thing, it's cheap. I guess I'll just do lights and that. And then full engine. Yeah, this is probably better. And I'm gonna make some time, maybe somebody will come here. Just showing the road book of the stage. Start on tracks. Dirt road mostly. Dirt road for quite a while. 50, 60, still dirt road. Fairly lengthy. Downhill at 111. Could be interesting. It's all okay. First off track at 142. It's gonna be like 11-12 minutes from the start of the stage. Maybe more. Maybe more than 12 minutes. We need to cross a highway and then it's back to a dirt road. Ooh. Okay, with 90 and then 90 becomes 30 because it's the first check. I get it. Traces, dirt road, traces. So not much navigation in this stage. Bit more navigation after 202, but not. It's very short, but straight back to piste. Then traces. Yeah, this looks like a fairly easy, smooth stage. I'm now seeing a lot of dangers. That's gonna be interesting, of course. Then some more of piste, but very short, just to checkpoint 2 and cross a highway. Although we then continue off-road for a while. Well, off-track, I guess. Yeah, off-track for a while, back to piste, join right. Bit more traces, dirt road traces, dirt road. Another short off-track section, fairly short. And yeah, this is gonna be it could be a very fast stage considering the conditions. Oh, we finished between, you know, off track and traces. That's interesting. But yeah, let's go. 140 kilometers without an off track moment. That's interesting. Wadi al Dawasir to fuck it, I couldn't Haradh. Haradh is the goal. Adrian Meche in second place. Matthias Walkner has had a very, you know, fairly weak Dakar Rally so far. He has always been like 10, 12. Not great. Short in 9th, Sunderland 8th, Brabeck 7th, Price 6th. And then it's just Gonsalves and Major right behind me, starting right behind me. Let's skip this starting sequence. 2, 1, go! Yeah, just gotta follow the notes for now, like, you know, it's gonna be fairly easy. We start when it's still, you know, sun is still rising, I guess. It's a shame that we haven't had any, you know, start of a stage really in the dark. Has always been, you know, fairly like, you know, already, you know, sunrise and such. I mean, sun is kinda low, but you know, it's morning. It's not already. It's not dawn. We gotta keep left at 12 to 25. I need to like stay on the track because otherwise I'll fucking crash. Right now I have a very sizable, very sizable lead. Yeah, big dip. It was so big that, you know, it kinda made me lose my stability. Okay, that's, yeah. Danger 3, for sure, and danger 2. I get it. Makes sense. Okay, I don't know why I'm missing all the corners, but yeah. Small bump. Well, small dip, I guess. Sorry. But yeah, so far, you know, really fast. Another keep left kind of situation ahead, 25.8. And the waypoint is at a danger 3. Yeah, the road seems to disappear. Ah, it's not. Come on, it's not a dangerous, goddammit. It was very normal. Water splash. I can avoid it, so I will. Always faster to just avoid water splashes. Most times you cannot, but if you find a way, try it. Except if you're in a big vehicle, trucks do not get affected so much by water splashes, at least in this game. That's, you know, that's important. That's important to know. We're going quickly, like, you know, 150 average, more or less. Seems like we are heading for that. Maybe even more, to be honest, because, you know, like, so far, like, no true, like, big corners, to be honest, like, you know, only a couple of them. And I can stay on 6th gear most of the time. Laia Sanz has somehow passed to 3rd, even though she started like 5th or 6th, I think. Something must have happened to Pablo Gonsalves. Today there was no Dakar stage because I don't know. To be honest, like, you know, it sounded to me like a bit of bullshit. Like, there we were talking about, like, you know, the people were tired and stuff. And I'm like, either you're talking about the amateurs, which fair, I guess. But, you know, the pros were looking alright. Yesterday they looked alright. Maybe the amateurs got caught, like, in rain again or something. I don't know. Bit weird. Oops, big corner. Right now I'm barely reading the road book, like, you know, it's just basically keep ahead, keep ahead, keep ahead, keep ahead, like, you know. Of course they try to you know, tell you about the different dangers, for example, like the uphill section last time. Or that this is a fairly sharp crest. Although, you know, it's nothing crazy because, you know, the corner before is not exactly too quick. This is a danger one, even though, you know, like, the danger is not the bump, like in the road, but, you know, the actual corner. And, you know, the fact that you are surrounded by rocks, so, you know, any mistake will be a problem. So yeah, today I'm feeling much better, so yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I don't know, maybe later today I will try to start 2021. I don't know. To be honest, like with 2021 I need to like choose which kind of vehicle I want to use. And I have my doubts. I have some serious doubts about it. Oops. Corner is a bit earlier than I expected. I have to head left. Very easy because, you know, there's an arrow pointing towards it. For example, I don't like how some of these waypoints are placed. Like, for example, this second waypoint wasn't needed at all. The waypoint in Note 37 was alright. The one in Note 38 wasn't. By the way, the track is here. And I almost missed a goddamn waypoint because of that. It runs parallel. Yep, rocks. Lots of them. God damn it, it's scary. It's definitely scary, to be honest. Oh, this is a downhill. Thank God it's 100% straight. It's when there are corners, you know, sharp corners. That stuff is really nasty in this game. Sharp downhill corners. You know, when you're just like going straight, this is much better. Thank God. I was scared, to be honest. But if it's like this, yeah, this is fine. This is 100% fine. Oh yeah, very smooth, very nice. We're basically at the bottom of the hill already. And it's also extremely quick, so yeah. We aren't doing like, you know, 180 kilometers per hour average, basically because the bike cannot reach 180 kilometers per hour. And also, you know, I'm taking a massive shortcut because, you know, I bowled it a bit. It's all fine. I like this kind of, you know, little shortcuts because it's the stuff that they would do in real life. Like in real life, if you find something like that, you're probably gonna take it. Wait. But I got a bit squirrely, so yeah, I had to keep it under control. Okay, this is telling me to like go left and then go left again. First like navigation thingy, and everything is all... Everything comes to the fucking same end. God damn it. I get that you do that, you know, that you told me to go one way, you know, because of the mileage. You know, the roadbook mileage has to be like, you know, the same for... the same. That doesn't look like a good idea. I was tempted. Maybe it's a good idea, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I think maybe I can squish through there. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm leading the goddamn race by an hour. So yeah, let's just chill. There might be a good jump up ahead. This thing. Nah, it's just a test. Whatever. Yeah, since there are so many crests going up this bit of terrain, my brain started. Ooh, quick. This is the off-track section. Sometimes I see traces even though there's nobody. And that's really weird. Like sometimes the game suddenly, you know, shows me traces. But you know, like technically, since I'm the first motorbike, I should never see traces other than, you know, than the old ones. I don't know, it's weird. Very weird. Okay, speed zone 90. There's the one across the highway. Yep. And now I'm back to a trace. Oh, sorry, to a dirt road. So we're fine. And yeah, already, you know, massive speed, like, you know, average even after the checkpoint and the small slow part. We were doing like, you know, 150 average. You know, those are some massive numbers, to be honest. Lots of big jumps. Dune in the middle of the dirt road. Every time I see, you know, Dune in the middle of the dirt road, I can only think about the original PS2 Paris-Dakar Rally game. Because in the later stages, I think it was either in Libya or Egypt, there were several, you know, dunes in the middle of a dirt road. Because that game only had dirt roads, basically. And, you know, sometimes they would put, like, you know, to give you a bit of a, you know, dune experience. They would put you, you know, you would hit those, you know, there would be like a huge dune in the middle of the dirt road. And we've reached checkpoint 1. Fairly easy. So far this has been a very easy stage. Here's my motorbike. You can even read some of the sponsors like Pond Group, the insurance company that sponsors. I think it's just the Sherco team in general. I think it's not just Lorenzo. Yeah, it's a Catalan company, like it's a company from not too far from Barcelona. Probably they have like the main headquarters in Barcelona. Yeah, it's nice to recognize sponsors, to be honest. Like sometimes, especially when I watch nowadays Formula One. Good lord, I do not know what the fuck these companies do for you know, for a living, I guess, you know, for their job. And that's for me, like, you know, it feels so awkward because, you know, like, sponsors are meant to like sell you stuff. I guess it doesn't help if you don't know what the fuck are they doing. Or maybe, you know, I guess I'm not the target. But you know, like back in the day, that usually wasn't the case. Like I used to know like every single sponsor in like MotoGP and F1 too, as well. To be honest, like F1, like back in the late '90s, early 2000s, like most of the sponsors like were companies that, you know, almost everybody would know. It was really easy to know them. But now, like, you know, I see some stuff and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't know. I need a commercial or something so I can understand what they do for a living. And yeah, like that doesn't happen so much in like rally raid. Like rally raid, there are many companies that I'm like, oh yeah, it's this thing. Like maybe I'm not their, you know, I cannot be a customer of them, but I know what they do. I get it. For example, I think Pond Group is probably specialized on motorbikes. No, it's not their only business, but I think it's, you know, I think like every time I've seen them, like they are usually related to like, you know, motorbikes, not like insurance for motorbikes, not for cars. I guess they probably do cars as well. I mean, it would make sense. So yeah, just navigating a bit. Like this is another short, you know, off-track section. Almost got a bit scary. I think I'll just stay. I guess they want me to go like this. No, but this would be like... Yeah, I've lost it. God damn it, this is one of those tricky bits where it's like, oh yeah, like... No, this is not. There was there a crossroad over here earlier on? Oh no, I'm seeing the problem. The problem is that I should be on a piste, and I'm not. Yeah, this is the way. I could have continued ahead when I first turned around. Yep. Okay, that note is completely in the wrong place. Way too late. Come on, game. For fuck's sake. I hate when it's like the roadbook activation points or whatever, the ones that are wrong. That shit should, like, you know, since they wanna make it automatic, I need it to be a good automatic. It's like in an arcade racing game. Like, okay, if you want me to use just automatic transmission, I'm fine with it. But it has to be a good automatic transmission. It cannot be trash. For example, when it comes to the roadbook, the activation should happen before the crossroad. Before the crossroad, I need to know, like, okay, next node. Because otherwise it's a mess. It's a huge mess. Because then, I mean, I'd rather not have it automatic. I'd rather have it manually. I'll get it sorted out myself. I don't mind. Whoa. Yeah, I'm losing control. Okay, tunnel is signaled. That's good. That's another bit that I don't like. Sometimes I feel like they could like delay, eliminate some nodes and just, you know, keep it a bit less clogged. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, like this part is just bumpy. You don't have to like keep it, you know, keep putting nodes and nodes and nodes and nodes. Like, come on, it's just something like, yeah, it's gonna be bumpy for a while, and then, you know, like the following node is the one where things change. Come on, that wasn't it. Fuck you. I was only above the speed limit for like a second. God damn it. Those are 4 minutes I won't get back. And it's probably gonna cost me the stage win. I don't think I'll win this stage. God damn it, now I'm only thinking about the freaking, you know, speed violation, I guess. Do they want me to take a shortcut? For fuck's sake, I'm gonna take it. Okay, now I cannot take the shortcut because, yeah, it's gonna be an invisible waypoint. It's coming after this crest. Good lord, again, way too fucking late. I'm getting angry at this game. Okay, I guess I consider it valid. Although I was out of the marker by like a meter. I guess, you know, since I was only out of the marker by like a meter, they were like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's 100% fine. Bit of you know, off-track section, but, you know, really short, like yeah, this is nothing interesting, nothing important, I guess. Also really flat. I almost messed it up. Also, basically no turns whatsoever, like in the middle of nowhere, and we are just going straight, basically. Not complaining, just pointing out. They're telling me danger 3 for one of these. I don't see no danger. Okay, this is a bit more dangerous. That was a bit of a hole there, but nothing too interesting. Oh lord, I need to like change it over here better. 291 point something. Yep. Also, like, this stage is probably too short for me, like, to aim 4 minutes on everyone. Okay, this is a straight. Next time is left. Now it's left. Wait. God damn it, I see gaps, and sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this is a corner. It isn't. By the way, 24 minutes and 0 crashes or whatever. I've only had a couple of spin-outs. They were fairly harmless, just losing time, nothing special. Straight. I got lost once, but you know, maybe lost like 30 seconds at most, just because it was just, you know, me misreading the road book. Because, you know, sometimes there's a bunch of traces and a dirt road, and you know, you need to know, like, you know, exactly whether you need to be on the dirt road or in the traces or on traces. And yeah, like, you know, that was the problem there. Once I realized, it was like, oh yeah, I was like, to be honest, like, you know, out of instinct, when I thought I was lost, I was doing the right thing. Could have just, you know, went on for like a few more meters and nothing would have happened. But yeah, bit of a silly mistake. Okay, water, but good lord, why is it so fucking red? How much metal is in here? There has to be a whole lot of metal. Sometimes I see something massive in the distance, and I guess, you know, I'm just so used to like old video games that I'm like, come on, there's no way that's real. And then I'm like, oh no, it's this fucking game. So yeah, that's probably like, you know, I can probably go there, probably reach that thing in the distance. For example, you know, that massive mountain on the right, or you know, those dunes up ahead. You know, I can probably reach all of that. Like, you know, that's all doable, probably. You want me to go, like, basically go out at, you know, 130 something. Wait, 80. Well, I'm gonna have to do like 70. I was so late in the corner. Now I'm gonna do like, you know, 60 or 65, so, you know, I can hit the road easily. Oh. When I pay attention, I'm a fairly good navigator. When I pay attention. And sometimes I'm just like, you know, I'm just thinking about whatever rather than the road book, and that's my whole problem. For example, this should be Bali. There should be an indication of Bali, but for example, now there is no indication of Bali. And now, like, you know, coming out of the Bali. Massive rock formations. This is probably not a jump. You know, there's no note about it. You know, saving energy, just like, you know, not doing certain corners. You know, like, you know, this stage, you know, this comeback stage, I guess, it has been, like, you know, very easy, like, you know, very similar to, like, stages 1, 2, 3. Stage 4 was also quite easy, if I recall correctly. Like, it was the middle part, the middle episode, like, you know, stages 5, 6, 7, 8, like, there was some interesting stuff there, like. But now, like, I think that I feel like I don't know. I have no clue. Like, you know, I haven't seen shit out of the different stages. But I have the feeling that maybe like the following couple of stages will be harder, stages 10 and 11, and then 12 might be you know, very easy again. Because usually, like, the Dakar Rally rarely finishes on a hard stage. I guess they usually wanna give you know, competitors and, you know, everyone just a chance to be like, yeah, bro, like, it's just one day left. It's nothing hard. Like, it's doable. It's doable. You can do it. It's all right. This is just extremely flat. Like, you know, I'm just completely flat, using my other finger for the trigger, the middle one, rather than the typical trigger finger. For example, one of the things that usually tells you that it's not gonna be a very hard stage is the amount of waypoints per mile. Or per kilometer, I guess. And for example, this stage is fairly, you know, it's not exactly sure, like, you know, 400 kilometers, over 400 kilometers and all that. But, you know, like, it doesn't have, like, you know, 120, 110 waypoints or whatever. It has under 100. And that usually should tell you that it's not gonna be that, you know, that much of a clusterfuck in a way. This waypoint also very late. Almost missed it, almost had to miss it, to be honest. Like, you know, had to go long and then, you know, turn around on whatever. Okay, it's an invisible checkpoint, so I need to, like, you know, keep on the traces. Yeah, this is just the last part of the stage. Yeah, they want me to keep... Wait. No, it's... Yeah, they wanted me to leave left. For some reason, I was thinking about the next node. The next node is 28. I was thinking about that node instead, and that's what, you know, where the confusion happened. Nothing major. 73, although, you know, they just wanted me to leave the track for a minute. To be honest, I kinda hate these off-track sections because they feel like so fake. So like, oh, I'm just gonna make you go out for a minute. And I'm like, fuck you. I don't need it. Oh, stage win. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting to, like, you know, the 4 minutes to be like more than enough to be like, you know, push me back. Oh boy, this has been a mess of a stage. Medje and... No, Gonzalez 4th. Gonzalez finished 4th. But Medje dropped to 6th. And Laia Sanz, who started fairly nicely, ended up, you know, sinking down to 10th. Mostly because of her repairs, I think. Yeah. And Brabeck plummeted to, like, last place. Very bad stage time, and then, 90 minutes of penalties. So yeah, that's gonna be like King having a good time. In real life, he won this fucking thing. He won the 2020 Dakar Rally, but yeah, not this time. But yeah, the top guys are all doing like shit, to be honest. Like, only good guys from the top 8 are Luciano Benavides, he's 4th. Nacho Cornejo is fairly decent, he's 6th. Meje 7th and Gonçalves 8th. Like, nobody up on the top 3. Well, I guess me. Lorenzo Santolino, fairly good rider. But then you have Wagner and Price 9th and 10th. Quintanilla 12th, Short 13th, Brabeck 14th, and Sunderland dead last. And it's mostly due to his riding time rather than his repairs. I mean, the repairs are really bad, 137. But that's not too terrible. Like, for example, Patrao has a lot more repairs. And Short has a lot less. Like, for example, Short has a fucking horrendous riding time, like 7 hours. Like, I'm at like 5:28, god damn it. I don't know why Short is so slow. So anyways, Price 3rd, Patrao 2nd. And Lorenzo Santolino, yet another stage win. I've only missed once. And it was because I had a monumental crash, basically. Anyways, here's the bivouac, fairly dark. I guess we're gonna start the next stage very, very early in the morning. Whatever. I guess I should, yeah, I'm gonna go for repair all. Tuning has been wonderful so far, like, I cannot complain. Next stage is another very long one. I guess that's why we are starting so early. Traces, off track for a while. Off track is starting at kilometer 8, and it's gonna go to 37, so almost 30 kilometers off track. Off track again is starting in 51.9, and it's also gonna, it's gonna take a while until like 69. For real game. Traces, so yeah, it's still I guess in the middle of the dunes or whatever. More off track, starting at 94 until like 107, so much shorter, 13 only. Off track for another time at 126. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting stage. This is gonna be a doozy. I like it, but it's not gonna be easy, I guess. Haradh to Shubaytah or something. I guess Shubaytah or it's probably not Shubaytah, because that's not how Arab is meant to be read. It's probably along those lines. And yeah, we're starting at dawn. Well, sunrise rather. And we're gonna be here for a while, because this stage is like 104 kilometers with, if we scale it back. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. And also, so many dunes, that usually makes the stage a bit slower. Good lord! The danger 3 was there for a reason. I decided to ignore it because, I'm on a motorbike, and yeah, they can land basically anything. And we're with the first off track. 170. Although I'm gonna have to compensate for a bit. There we go. 140. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's just that the waypoint was so closely together that you didn't really have to follow the road book. sharp left to 62. Probably gonna have to compensate to like 55 or 50. No. Oh god, messed it up. Messed it up. Let's put ourselves back on track, which would be like 21 more or less. Yeah, I anticipated the thing way too early. We should be fine. Yeah. We're fine, it's fine. I'm an idiot, but it's fine. Okay, we're at 60, you know, we're doing like kinda 62 and then going to like 85. And then just keeping going straight. Yeah, this is all straight for quite a while. Just dealing with the different dunes. And now I can go like, you know, a bit more to the left. Where are these traces? Traces should be like at 37.6 more or less. I usually try to avoid using the progress bar because I think that's basically cheating. Yeah, we're doing fine. Okay, follow traces for a while. Sun in my face. They say it's danger 3, but it isn't. This is much easier than danger 3. Next up, this might be danger 3. Nah, this is easy. Nah, this is all like, you know, fairly... I mean, it's not like there's no danger whatsoever, but you know, like... It's all fine. Okay, next up, 51.9, super sharp right to 244. Probably have to go to like 40 to be honest. Unless I wanna, you know, come to a dead stop to do the goddamn hairpin. $51, 5, 9, there we go. And then I can basically keep straight. With 30, you know, 30, it's almost straight. Then to 10, so a bit to the left. Okay, it's very close by. Oh, and we have a building for reference. That has been fairly uncommon when in this in Saudi Arabia. South America, there were a lot more buildings for reference. In real life and in the game. Okay, just keep myself straight. Whee! Big jump. 115, more or less. Again, straight for a while. To be honest, I don't understand why. I mean, I get that they wanna, you know, show you the dangers, but no need to, like, you know, oops, follow traces. I think I can reach the checkpoint before I run out of batteries in the controller. I'll try to reach the checkpoint before I run out of batteries. till sunrise. You know, sun is gonna be rising for quite a while, probably for like, you know, maybe like 200 kilometers plus of the stage. I think we're gonna reach noon. Follow traces, follow them straight. At 82.45 they are telling me that there's gonna be like a decent downhill after 82.45. So here there's barely a downhill. Okay, this is better. This is steeper. Lots of wavy wavy terrain. This is simple enough, I guess. Sun in my face. Oh yeah, like that shit was, you know, the thing with Carlos and Stefan Peteranzo. Good lord, that was a scandal. That should be a fucking scandal. Like I don't know how fast they were going. Like, you know, I would need, like, you know, telemetry and such. But man, I don't think that they were. I don't think the organizers were fair. Like they probably thought it wasn't that bad when it was. Even Peter Hansel got some damage. Like, dude didn't remember what the fuck happened. Like in the longer version of the highlights, you can hear Peter Hansel say that, "Oh yeah, I don't even remember the dune. I don't remember. I just remember I had to already stop the car. The co-driver had already came out of the car, and he was basically like crying in pain." That was like, you know, he recalled his memory and he's like, "Yeah, I don't remember the fucking dune. I don't remember it at all, and I don't remember stopping the car." Like suddenly I was just like, you know, I had to already stop the car. Dude had come out, and I was still on the driver's seat. Like, that shit's serious. That is so serious. Because that's you know, that's the sign of a fairly decent concussion. Like, there's loss of memory there. Oh, one of the Polish guys, or like, yeah, sorry, no, the Polish guy is sorry, like, for stages 5, 6, 7, and 8, I spent a lot of time talking with a Polish guy, so yeah, I got you confused. Sorry, but yeah, like, you know, that was like so fucking, like, I was like legit concerned when I heard Peter Ansel recall what he knew. I was like, okay, this was very serious. Like, imagine landing something so fucking hard and on your wheels, because the car didn't blow up. Like, Peter Hansel's car was kinda alright. I'm sure there were some things that just stopped working, but, you know, like, it wasn't broken. And, like, you know, landing on your wheels and losing your memory, being like, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, that is so serious. And they were saying, like, you know, like, oh yeah, like, for example, like, Peter Hansen says that, you know, after the crash, he checked out the roadbook, and he was like, oh yeah, like, it was signaled as a danger too. He's like, yeah, I you know, after the crash, I when I recover, you know, conscience or whatever, I ended up checking the roadbook, and it was like, oh yeah, it was a danger too. So I don't know, like, my God, like, when I was watching that, and I was like, I was legit concerned. I was like really, I was upset, to be honest. Like, it's one of the things I've been, yeah, but even then, man, like, you know, if you're on the car and the car, like, you know, can land so fucking hard, Good lord, like, man, that wasn't a danger too. That wasn't a goddamn danger too. That was a danger 3, and yeah, the organizers were like, yeah, it's fine. It's just, yeah, it's not that bad. It is that bad. Like, it's the same thing when I was talking when I talk here in the game, you know, about the trust in the road book. Like, it's so important. Yeah, it was 100% a danger 3, but they didn't signal it that way. Like, Peter Hansel is extremely, like, you know, experienced. And it's one of those guys that he has never fucked up tremendously. Like, he has had, you know, small rolls and small navigation problems. But dude's an insurance policy, basically. Like, you can take that guy to the bank. Like, he's so, like, you know, he's so reliable. And that's why, like, you know, he has always been able to, like, change co-drivers without a problem, because it's like, yeah, it's not the co-drivers, it's him. No, it wasn't a BMW, it was a Yamaha every time. It was a Super Tenere, 850, I think. Most of the times it was an 850, and for the final few years, like, Yamaha no longer produced the Yamaha, the Super Tenere. And they were still, you know, just keeping the project alive just for Peter Hansel. They were like, oh yeah, like these guys just keeps winning. It just keeps winning. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing this thing, even though we are no longer selling this fucking motorbike. And eventually, you know, he moved to I think the first time he did the Dakar Rally on cars was with a Nissan Terrano. He used a fairly normal car for the first time, and then he used a kinda prototype. It was mostly a Mitsubishi Pajero, but it was prepared by French minicar manufacturer Aisham. But it was mostly a Mitsubishi Pajero, just, you know, with modifications and such. And after that, he got hired by actual Mitsubishi. That was, you know, that was the history of the transition of Peter and Hansel from motorbikes to cars. Like, he needed a bunch of years to get good. I'm going much to the left. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, it was a Yamaha every single time. Like, he was a very good enduro rider. He was an enduro world champion. A bunch of times. And then, you know, moved on. Like, he was combining the enduro world championship with rally race for a while, and being successful at both, to be honest. Like, I was quite. Oh god. I mean, that car was only good because of the regulations, because the 4x4s were the modified road legal cars. And those weren't exactly good, like, you know, the Pajero Evo, and I mean, it was basically just the Pajero Evo. It was the only good car. And yeah, like, you know, the moment they changed the regulations toward I'm alright. I just forgot about charging the controller. Just that. But yeah, I've been following, you know, Peter Hansel from not from the start, because, you know, I'm too young for that. But, like, you know, from the mid-late 90s to nowadays, like, yeah, I know basically everything he has done. Like, for example, he's married to Andrea Mayer. I know he's married to Andrea Mayer. Like, nowadays she shows up when she has participated in a competition. Like, nowadays she's Andrea Peter Hansel. You know, it's just Andrea Mayer. They were, I think that they met each other probably when he was still riding motorbikes. They were both riding motorbikes, and at some point they were teammates in Mitsubishi with different cars. Each had their own car. I think they've only done like a couple of minor rally races together as a couple. Like it's one of the, like, it's kind of, to be honest, I would love to see them like, you know, compete in a Dakar Rally together. I think it'd be really fucking cool, like, to see them, especially, you know, with how good he is, Stefan is. Like, you know, imagine to be like the first married couple to actually win the Dakar Rally. That'd be so fucking cool. I don't think it's ever gonna happen because, you know, like, it's one of those things like, you know, the Dakar Rally is very tough, so yeah, not great to do it with a wife. I mean, it was just, the problem was the regulations. The regulations were like similar to Group A in World Rally Car. So you needed a very good normal car, you know, one anyone could buy, to have a very good rally raid car. And yeah, only Mitsubishi took it seriously. Like nobody else built a special car. Like Toyota could have built a goddamn special Land Cruiser, and Nissan could have built a special Terrano or even Navara. Nobody fucking did it. It was just Mitsubishi. That was the whole problem with those years. It was like the FIA trusted manufacturers to basically do like with rallies, with normal rallies, for them to just like start making, you know, special versions of cars. And then nobody fucking did. Nobody. It was as easy as making, you know, a kind of special version of a, you know, of a... Oh yeah, but you know, like those things, like I guess, I mean, the Dakar Rally hasn't seen a real car in quite a while, to be honest. Like those are just prototypes that look like for example, I think that not many years ago somebody showed up with a Seat-shaped buggy, like in South America. In South America, somebody brought a Seat that was, that, you know. I mean, there have been real cars, but you know, in for example, the class that was before the UTVs became much more of a thing. There was this class called T3. And that was where modified road legal cars were going. And people, for example, like, you know, it was again mostly Mitsubishi Pajeros, because, you know, that car is just that good. But I think that some people used a Toyota Hilux and Isuzu. I think somebody, I don't even remember who, but somebody tried with an Isuzu a few times. But it wasn't for the win. It was just for the class. The win just has been reserved for prototypes since like the 2002, I guess. Yeah, 2002. Like the moment Mitsubishi created the Pajero Evo 2+2, that's the name of the thing. Everything else was over. Like, oh yeah. Like I remember like certain details like that. Like for example, in South America, they a lot of teams use like a lot of things use like, you know, buggy shaped like normal cars. Like it was quite common. Like I think there was an Opel buggy too. Like it was quite common. Bit weird to be honest, because you know, like it was just buggies. But it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like nowadays where everything is like either an Optimus Sodi cars or Century. It was a bit more creative back then. No, yeah, but for example, like one of the things that has always been kind of cool about the buggies in the Dakar Rally has always been like the creativity. Like everyone making their own buggy. And now it's just like, oh yeah, like just buy it. You just go to one of the teams that makes buggies, and either you buy it or you rent it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't hate it. But it's like, you know, for example, like this year, I think there's no unique buggy. Like nobody's using one of their own buggies. Like everyone is buying. Like I think that UTVs, there are a couple of unique ones, kinda. But for example, when it comes to like cars, like yeah, every single buggy is like it's all bought or rented from one of 3 manufacturers. Yeah, because you know that's one of the things that there are 2 problems with the T2 class. There's the problem of how tough the Dakar Rally is. Nowadays, the Dakar Rally is a lot more off-road than when it was in Africa. Like in Africa, up until like the, I don't know, year 2000 or year 1998 or 2000, you basically avoided the dunes. Like it wasn't that, you know, it wasn't like nowadays where it's like dunes. No. That's why you saw like very low, very small cars, low cars, having success. Like for example, you know, for many years, like all you needed was a WRC car, to be honest. Like the Peugeots and the first Citroën, like they were all just rally cars, WRC cars. They weren't like off-roaders. But you know, after a few years, like I think it was like probably starting with like 95 to 97, they started making the course more off-road. Like instead of like it was more like, oh yeah, no, now you have to go up and down this dune. You cannot avoid it. The waypoint is up there in the dune. And that together with the fact that almost nobody makes real off-roaders for normal people. Yeah, like the T2 class is no longer possible, basically. Like you need basically, like there's basically no car you can buy nowadays that it's gonna be like really good. Like not even something like the Ford Ranger or for example the Mitsubishi L200. Like those aren't no good anymore. They aren't that good. And I don't even know why Toyota keeps doing this shit. Yeah, like I don't even know. Like to be honest, like I see the modern Land Cruiser, and I'm like, come on, man, that shit ain't great. Like that stuff, that cannot be too good. Yeah, basically like, you know, Mitsubishi, like, yeah, it's Mitsubishi is basically dead. Not really. Like I guess it's probably just oh yeah, because yeah, a few years it was Renault, Nissan, Mitsubishi. So I guess they are still holding on to that. I want to think that at some point, like maybe they will find success in Japan, because Renault it's hard to sell European cars to Japanese people. So I mean I wanna think that at some point they will find, you know, that as a Mitsubishi, a Renault, a rebadged Renault will be successful in Japan enough to like for Mitsubishi to like maybe start making their own cars. Like maybe go back to like, you know, to try make their own thing. I don't know, like I guess the chances are small, but yeah. But it can happen. It can happen. Like, you know, like for example, Nissan was struggling quite a bit, and they are back to like being their own thing. I think they've separated from Renault. Probably Dakar. Like if I'm spending all that money, I'm going to Dakar Rally. Like for me, the problem with the Africa Eco Race is just like, also like, for example, I'd rather pay, you know, I indirectly give money to like a bad government like Saudi Arabia, rather than give money to terrorists like through you know, going to Morocco and such. Like, you know, if we are giving money to bad people, I think it's better to go that way. Like money is gonna go to bad people on both cases. So, you know, I'd rather go for Saudi Arabia rather than you know, all the guerrillas and terrorist groups in Northern Africa. This, by the way, this is one of the longer stages in this Dakar Rally, in the 2020 edition. I mean, I guess that, you know, if you're focusing on like the route itself, I guess Africa is a bit better, because I have this big problem with Saudi Arabia, which is like, unlike in this video game, Saudi Arabia is extremely fucking flat. Like, people don't realize, like unless you've seen like the old onboards by Benedictas Banagas, you can't imagine how fucking straight and flat Saudi Arabia is. So yeah, like I guess you know, probably like Africa Eco Race is probably more fun. It's probably more fun. Because, you know, like Africa is a bit more varied, Northern Africa. Because yeah, like Saudi Arabia, it's just a tabletop. Like a lot of people don't realize, but yeah, like Saudi Arabia is just a tabletop, and the top, it's extremely fucking flat. And when things are flat, humans just go straight. Like every dirt road there is basically very, very straight. Like of course there are some corners, but it's like, yeah, it's nothing like South America. For example, like the South American Dakar rallies were really, really good. Like people at first were like doubtful, but yeah, like starting on like even in the first year, it was really fucking good. It was just a shame that, you know, politics, you know, government problems happen, but those routes were really fucking good. It's not even that. Like, for example, that's another thing that many Dakar participants have complained about. No, let me explain this for a moment. one moment. Like, one of the things that a lot of people do not realize is that, you know, unlike like in this video game, the dune sections in Saudi Arabia are rather small. Like one Dakar competitor I talked to, he told me like, oh yeah, Saudi Arabia doesn't have seas of dunes, they have ponds. He put it that way. It was like, it's just ponds, there's no sea of dunes anywhere. And he was like, it's so annoying to be like, oh yeah, like you go like through 50 kilometers of dirt road, then you do like, I don't know, 10 kilometers of dune, then it's back to 50 kilometers of dirt roads. That's the cycle. And he's like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, he hates it. He was like, yeah, this is awful. Go ahead. Like that was just my, my little bit. I wanted to explain. What is this? Okay. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I know that for example, like they don't show they don't show many photos on the official website, but I know that they supposedly take a shit ton of them. It's just that they don't publish them for everyone. I think you gotta pay like, I think it's like 1,000 euros or whatever to get your own photos. Oh damn, that's yeah, I know. Yeah, Benedictas Vanagas, I know. I didn't know he started with one of those buggies. Huh. Yeah, I mean the Hilux is just better. Like it's very well made, and I mean it's a project by Genial de Villiers. Like Overdrive is basically owned by him, and yeah, it's a very good machine, to be honest. To be honest, I don't know if I have anything like. I mean, I have photos with like Dakar Rally competitors, and I'm Facebook friends with a couple and all that. Like, and we've talked about the different races. But yeah, like I don't think I have like posters and such. Like for example, like here in Spain, back when the Dakar Rally started in France and Portugal, they used to have like like a week before, they would all get together in downtown Barcelona, like really in the middle of the city. They would close like a street or whatever, and they would just like it would be like for the people to say goodbye to them, I guess. It was really cool. Oh yeah, by Dotas I also remember him. Yeah, like I don't know when the change happened, but like Lithuanians eventually got really interested, got really into the Dakar Rally. Same with Polish, like Polish people was about the same. Yep. God damn it, the fucking check waypoint was so fucking deep, it was outside the fucking traces they wanted me to take. Bunch of fucking idiots. I guess. No, but for me, like, it's always interesting when I see like a new nation really get interested into rally raid, because I understand that it's complicated. I understand that it's complicated for like, for somebody to get into it, because it's like it's so expensive and like the coverage is kind of weird. Oh yeah, and Tanas Nevicius, I also remember that guy. But for example, like usually the start is usually motorbikes because they are cheaper and such. You know, it's a bit more, it's a bit easier to get into it. Yeah, for example, like here in Spain, like the golden age was back in the African days, because we had this thing where they would send like a bunch of reporters to Africa, to the bivouac, and at night, live on TV, they would all get together and have a broadcast from the bivouac, and it would be like, you know, they would be all sitting like next to it. Next to the reporter and, like, you know, talking about the stage. It was like a bit like a podcast. They would show the stage highlights, and then you'd have the round table discussion with like so many Spanish participants. It was really, really cool. But yeah, that, for example, that thing is gone. They no longer do that. Good lord, that's not a good way to like to handle the road book. that's not ideal. Again, the fucking waypoints are so fucking deep. They are beyond the crossroad. Fuck me, I hate it. No, for example, here in Spain, I think that the first participant must have been like 1981 or 1980. It was maybe like third, fourth edition, like early 80s. And immediately people started loving it. Like things escalated quite quickly. But we didn't have like a good competitor until like maybe Salvador Servia with the Porsche powered Lada. Like that Lada prototype. That was probably it. That was probably the start of like people actually getting good. And then it was, you know, like pretty much at the same time, a couple of Spaniards, Carlos Mas and Oscar Gallardo, got kinda good at with the motorbikes. And also Jordi Arcarons. Mas, Gallardo and Arcarons. Like, I think they all those three guys got stage wins and like podium finishes, I think. Good lord. Like, the problem with Spain and the Dakar Rally, especially when it comes to cars, was, you know, that, for example, here in Spain, we are not much into, like, dirt rallying. We prefer asphalt. So it was hard for, you know, to have a good, you know, dirt rally driver that would get, into Dakar, progress into the Dakar Rally and such. For motorbikes, it was much easier because it was just like, you know, they were just enduro riders. Like Carlos Mas, Arcarons, and Gallardo, I think they were all national champions before, national enduro champions before moving on to rally race. Okay, I'm a fucking idiot. I completely misread the fucking roadbook. Thank God it wasn't so far away. Yeah, 60. I'm a gigantic idiot, I swear to God. Yeah, you can, you know, I don't mind the clips, like it's fun. Like, the Polish guy clipped one of those massive dune jumps. Like the police guy, he was like, yeah, I got legit scared when you were suddenly like, flying in midair, like 50 meters in the air or whatever. And I was like, yeah, in this game it's fine. Do they look like a bit of an easy stage for all classes? Like, except for Matthias Ekstrom having engine problems, I think Ricardo Lupi also had a bit of a problem. Like, everyone had a fairly easy stage, I think. And the motorbikes literally just didn't have a fucking stage, so yeah. Like Audi has had, a very, very bad couple of days. Like, they lost Peter Hansel and Sainz, and now Ekstrom has also, like, they've had some massive engine problems or whatever. So yeah, not great. Not great for them. It's alright, man, it's alright. So yeah, this was one of the two longest stages, second longest stage in the game. The other one was even longer, the other one was like 51 minutes, I think, or 40, at least 46, I think it was. Oh god. Finish was so awkward. It was like a chicane. Yeah, to be honest, I would love to see like a more detailed map of the route or whatever, because it's definitely interesting what they are doing. Because yeah, like they're having lots of problems. Sunderland taking the slow but easy way, like 55 minutes, one of the slowest times, but no repairs, so he finished third. I don't like that they all have to like have so many repairs, because like their times are not that bad if you take out the repairs or like part of them. 47 minutes, Medje, 47 minutes is alright. But then it's like, oh yeah, 35 minutes of repairs, 15 minutes of repairs, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, so much. So yeah, I'm leading by an hour 30. Almost hour 37 and a half, more or less. And, second place is like, it's the Indian guy. Come on. Come the fuck on. By the way, who's the slowest guy so far when it comes to, like, riding time without repairs? Pablo Gonzalez 747. Oh, Andrew Short 753. Come on, there's no way Short is the slowest guy on the bike. It's fucking Andrew Short. He was like in 2020 he was like his third or fourth year being a rally rider. But he had been like, AMA motocross and AMA supercross winner. Shorty was really, really quick on a motorbike. Now he's the co-driver for Molly Taylor, by the way. They are not having a very fun Dakar, I think. Damn, lots of money. Service, I guess I'm gonna have to do almost everything. At least I'm gonna do this. Mechanics, I have to do everything. $379 again, much more reasonable. It's gonna be like 30 minutes long. Nice, nice, nice. Although I think, oh fuck it. I don't know why, but Twitch. Let me think. Let me see if I can change it. Because the fucking Twitch auto moderator, whatever, like, blocked it. God damn it! How the fuck can I change that? Yeah, it's like they don't allow links or whatever. Man, I don't know how the fuck I should change it. I mean, I don't know how, like... shield mode, maybe? Nah. That's nothing. Oh yeah, auto mode. Oh, no, but this is... No. It's not this. How can I change this shit? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's an immature link. Oh, yeah, it's really cool. Like, you know, with one of the buggies. That's one of the buggies, I guess. That's really nice. Yeah, I remember that car from the pictures. I don't know why I forgot it was Banaga's. And yeah, then the overdrive. Yeah, that's hella cool, man. Yeah, like for example, the normal cars made entering the Dakar Rally a lot cheaper if you didn't want to, you know, ride a motorbike. But then, you know, like, yeah, like they stopped allowing. I mean, it's not like they don't allow normal cars, but yeah, like everyone has left them basically. And that, you know, like that has made everything a lot more expensive. Like nowadays, I guess, you know, it's either a motorbike or a UTV. Because, for example, for T4, UTVs are not that expensive. One failed journalist. I love that. I love that. Oh yeah, like for example, like here, we've also had, like, you know, a TV guy, you know, that I fucking dislike. I don't know if you've heard of that name, Jesus Calleja. That guy is a fucking asshole. I dislike him so much. He's one of those failed adventurers. Those guys that, you know, that they go like, oh yeah, like this is a great adventure because yeah. No, but yeah, it's one of those guys that he's basically, you know, a stupid adventurer, like a complete idiot. And yeah, he has been on the Dakar Rally. I think last time it was with an overdrive. Yeah, they all try to like be like, oh yeah, like this is such a, you know, so fucking tough, so, you know, so impossible. And it's like, bro, have you seen the finishing rate? Like, come on, it's you know, a lot of fucking people, you know, manage to finish the Dakar Rally every year. So yeah. Chill, come on, like, come on. You're a bit all over, you know, you love yourself too much. Like a few years ago, Calleja, like he has been, Jesus Calleja has been in the Dakar Rally a few times. But a few years ago, he went to like the Baja 1000. Also doing the same kind of thing, like being like, oh yeah, this is so tough. And I'm like, bro, it's a bunch of crazy Mexicans, like most of the guys. Like there's a fucking dude with a Beetle. Nah, like you need to like either have some charisma or whatever, like, you know. Not everyone will get sponsors. That's, for example, one of the reasons why nowadays we see so many female co-drivers and such, because they get the sponsors very easily. very easy for them to get sponsors. So yeah, like, you know. Even though, like, you know, Utah Kleinsmith, you know, showed everyone that if you're in a car, being a woman isn't a problem. But they still, like, you know, they still, like, for example, in the UTV class, there are a lot of women. And yeah, it's mostly because of that, because, like, yeah, they get the sponsorship sponsorship money very easily. Like, I don't mind, but yeah, it's like, yeah, I like, man, it's you're not fooling anyone. For example, I do value women in the motorbike class. Oh yeah, that's always the, like, for example, one of the things I always find hilarious is when you see amateurs, especially motorbikes, and they are a bit fat. Like, they don't look like athletes. I'm like, man, I'm not showing up on a fucking televised event like this if I'm not fit. Like, if I'm fat, I'm not going to the Dakar Rally. Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna show up there with a fucking beer belly. Like, every year I see people, I'm like, boy. my dude with the fucking belly. And he's in the Dakar Rally. Oh yeah, for example, that's another thing that every amateur uses that excuse. It's not that I drive like an idiot, the car broke, and I'm like, yeah, the car broke because you were a fucking idiot. The car is alright if you drive carefully. Like, so many times I read amateurs be like, oh yeah, like this part broke, and I'm like, yeah, because you fucking hit a rock, man. Like, dude, you should just fucking avoid them. If you avoid the rocks, the car will survive. Like, they never tell you, like, oh yeah, we fucking hit a rock and broke something. They never go like that. Never. Oh yeah, okay, I'm on the right path. I was out there. I was reading your text, and I was like, reading your text while being in doubt that I'm like, am I following the right note? But yeah, like that kind of stuff is so funny to me, because it's like, man, if you're truly prepared, it's not that hard. Come on, man. Like, for example, I think like this year there's a father and daughter duo in the Dakar Rally, Manuel and Monica Plaza. They are father and daughter, and every day they are complaining, oh yeah, this broke, and I'm like, bro, just fucking stop hitting things and the car will be fine. That was fairly good back in the African days. Oh yeah, that is also, you know, that also happens quite a lot. Like, yeah, bro, just training is very important. Like for example, one of the things that I always think about when I see, like, you know, the danger 3 thing, like in real life, for me that's a speed. Danger 3 probably is just like go 60. Like, Imagine it's a speed zone. Like if they are telling you danger free, it's probably because you have to be like doing 40, 60 kilometers per hour at most. So just, you know, if you see a fucking danger 3 note, slow down. Oh, but I don't see anything dangerous. Just trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Like just, like, oh yeah, it's danger 3. Okay, I'll slow down, even if I don't see the danger myself. I'm doing it right. Oh yeah, like so many people have been, you know, that I've seen like some of the most stupid moments I've seen, you know, before the Russian dash cams. Some of the most stupid moments I've seen like in my life, it has been in the Dakar Rally. Because people, I don't know, they just go like, oh yeah, I don't see any danger. I'm like, bro, trust the fucking roadbook. Just trust it. Just trust it. Just, if the roadbook says there's danger, there's probably danger. And if there isn't, you're not a fucking competitor. Who the fuck cares if you're going a bit slower? Yeah, for example, one of the things. Oh, I remember another one. For example, Nani Roma nowadays, he's a very, you know, very successful guy. He has won the Dakar Rally in cars and motorbikes. Has been, you know, has had some of the best motorbikes and cars in his life during his career. The first time he showed up to the Dakar Rally, he was a complete privateer. Very little support. You know, he was basically on his own. And, you know, since he was going to Africa, he didn't get, you know, like a riding jacket. Because he was like, oh yeah, like during the day I'll be, you know, I'll be riding in Africa, and you know, Africa is quite warm, even in January. Except, of course, the fucking rally starts in France. In France, it's really fucking cold in December and January. So he basically like had to get money from the bank, and then, you know, like in France, and get and convince somebody to like give him one of his spare jackets. Yeah. He was, you know, on motorbikes. I think he was always on a KTM. I don't think he ever rode for BMW. I'm not entirely sure. I think he was always on a KTM. And yeah, back when he was, you know, a complete nobody, a rookie, he made that mistake. And yeah, there's that anecdote that it's like, yeah, Nani Roma forgot that, you know, France is cold. And for years, like they made other competitors would joke with him like, hey Nani, did you remember to bring a jacket? Yeah, oh, by the way, oh yeah, I was thinking about like, yeah, like I remember that some Spanish guy was riding a BMW, and it couldn't have been Gallardo because Gallardo retired a bit earlier. Like Gallardo was the first Spanish guy to ride for BMW, but then, like, yeah, then he retired and somebody else also rode not a KTM, a BMW. Okay, I was a bit too close to the corner. Go back. Yeah, but for example, yeah, like, I think the first time he was with probably with a KTM, because he was a KTM rider in enduro. In enduro, he was always a KTM guy. And yeah, it was really like there's that anecdote of like, yeah, like dude forgot that that France is really fucking cold in December and January. Like he didn't bring a riding jacket, and yeah, like I don't know who the fuck gave it to him. I don't remember. I remember the anecdote, but I don't remember all the details. But it was like that, like yeah, like imagine having to like go to another competitor like, hey, do you have a spare riding jacket? Can I buy it? Because I forgot. I'm an idiot and I forgot. Oh god, that must fucking suck, man. Like it's one thing to like forget about the jacket, and it's a different thing to be like, oh yeah, I have more clothes, but yeah, they burned. And that must fucking suck. Okay, this is uphill. But yeah, one of the bigger things like people forget or don't know about the Dakar Rally was the whole thing, like it used to be much easier. Back in the day, it was just distance. The problem was the distance. Like you didn't have many dunes to like go over, but it was like, oh yeah, like it's 500 kilometers of road or 600 kilometers of road, and that was the problem. And also, of course, worse mechanical parts. Like it used to be all about the distance, like the terrain, like even on the highlights you can see. And for example, like I'm gonna give you something really funny. Go to Google Maps and go from Timbuktu to Gao. Just put on Google Maps, go Timbuktu to Gao on Google Maps. It'll give you two routes, just two of them. The shortest one is a Dakar stage. The shorter one in distance. It was a Dakar stage for many years, and Jutta Kleinsmith loved it, and I think she won it like 3 or 4 times. The same stage. Same fucking stage, like 3-4 years different. And because it was like they always did the same route. Like they always did the same route from Timbuktu to Gao, and that was a very common stage. And for some reason, like almost every year, it was the exact same route. Yeah, but for example, with that stage, she didn't even have to study that much, because every year it was the same fucking thing. Like every time they did it, it was the same. I don't know why, but they didn't change it. Probably because, I don't know, a national park or whatever. But she was basically a specialist on that stage. And also you can look at that, with if you have the online, there's the Dakar history book with like all the stages, stage winners, all that. Every time you see the Timbuktu to Gao special stage, it's always the exact same distance, because it was always that route. And nowadays, Google Maps tells you to take that route. Nowadays, that stage is literally on fucking Google Maps for some reason. But yeah, that was how the Dakar worked. Like, Like many times he was just like, it's a link, I cannot see it. Put it through a whisper or something. I don't know why the fucking auto moderator. I need to find the settings. I'll get it on the next waypoint. On the sorry, checkpoint. I can stop for a minute there. Yeah, I have it on my PC. And yeah, like every time you see the Timbuktu to Gao stage, it's always the same fucking distance, and it fits the Google Maps thingy. It's really funny once you realize that it's like, oh yeah, they made this stage so many fucking times. Like it appeared like 6 times on the Dakar Rally, and it was always the same route, always. It was all a stage, like no liaison, basically. And I don't know, like 500 something kilometers or whatever, or 400 something. And every year was the same. Every time they did Timbuktu to Gao, it was the same. And Jutta Kleinschmidt won several of them. Like maybe 2 or 3 times. So like, I don't know, I just find it funny because it's like, oh yeah, like at some point you're fucking remembering the stage by yourself. You don't even need the roadbook probably. You're probably like, oh yeah, it's this turn. Now I gotta go turn left and turn right. Good lord, that jump. But yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah, that one. It's really cool because, you know, lots of information about the vehicles, the stages, and all that. And for example, like nowadays we call them marathon stages, and we recognize it's two different stages. But back in the day they didn't. So you have stages that are like 1,000 kilometers long, and it's not really 1,000 kilometers long. It's just like it's 2 stages in one. It's 2 days. You just needed. They gave you 2 days to like complete 1,000 kilometers. Like for example, if you look at the routes of the first ones of like the 70s and 80s, you will find a few like impossible stages. They are basically impossible. It's like, my god, it's like 1,200 kilometers or something like that. It's like, my god. But it's like, you know, it's not really that long. It's just 2 stages in one. They probably had a camp in the middle, but it was like, oh yeah, like. But yeah, the Timbuktu to Gao stage nowadays, you can do it, you know, with the help of Google Maps. It's gonna take a while. Like, to be honest, like, one of the things that, it's a shame that, you know, that area of Africa is so, like, you know, so dangerous nowadays. But I would love to just get a fucking shitty SUV and recreate a Dakar Rally route. Because I think that nowadays, even some shitty SUVs, like if you do like, you know, maybe with a better radiator and filter, you can probably complete, you know, 90s, 70s or 1980s Dakar Rally with a very normal car. Like, you know, with a, I don't know, with a Kia or whatever, or a Hyundai, or you know, maybe like, you know, a Renault Captur. Like, I would love to do it. I would love to do that. Be like, yeah, we've bought a, you know, a Renault Captur second hand, and we're gonna, you know, we have this route of the Dakar Rally of the, I don't know, 1984 or whatever, and we're gonna do it with fucking Renault Captur and no support. Like, I think it's doable. I think those first editions were like really easy. and I would love to fucking do it myself. You know, basically, most things I would do, like maybe lifted suspension for the Renault Captur, filters and radiator, and of course, you know, stronger tires to avoid punctures. You don't want punctures. Punctures fucking suck. Okay, this is a very difficult waypoint, I think. Okay, no problem. Like I think that would be like extremely cool, like, you know, for YouTube or whatever. Okay, two in a row. That's nice. Okay, nowadays now I'm gonna get a fucking arrow. Much better. Like, for example, the area I am right now in the video game, this doesn't fucking exist in Saudi Arabia. This just doesn't exist. This kind of like lots of dunes and all that, you know, dunes everywhere. That shit just doesn't fucking exist. It's in the game because it's fun, but you know, not realistic. I'm going too much to the left. Oh no, I was doing alright. Yeah, in the turn. Okay, left now. Up and down and up the hole. Thank God I can keep so much momentum. Yeah, probably did too much to the right. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was close. I thought I wasn't gonna hit the checkpoint there. That was a fairly entertaining section. By the way, I don't like the fucking helicopter chasing me all the time. You can never stop like hearing. You always hear the helicopter. And it's also like, sometimes it gets so close to the ground and to you. So annoying. I don't like it. I want a no chopper version. There we go. Checkpoint 2. The checkpoints here in this stage are fairly like nicely separated. Like they are almost split in the stage in like 3 perfect sectors. Kinda. It's probably not perfect, but you know, it's close enough. Okay, I need to like, yeah, off-road. Okay, a bit more to the left probably. Yeah, if I can avoid the dune is better. Oh, I was too much to the left. Okay, this is a big ass dune. And this is how you do it in a realistic way. You just slow down when you're about to reach the top. No braking. In real life, you should never use the brakes. In the game, you can. What the fuck is this shit? It's kind of weird that there's no speed zone, even though we're going through an industrial area. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Okay, oh yeah, I need. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Keep forgetting to check the road, the road book. I don't know why, but today I'm being a complete idiot when it comes to the road book. Like sometimes I literally forget to look at it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going the right way. Of course. Fucking look at the road book. Oops. Thought I was a bit further away. I guess I could have avoided the water. Yeah. Dakar Classics, I find it kind of funny because they are always trying to show you like the more iconic or unique cars. But in reality, most of the Dakar Classics are just all Land Cruisers, all Terranos and such. I think there's also a Nissan Patrol or two. There's many Land Cruisers, many Pajeros, many Terranos, a couple of Patrols. Because I mean that's effective. Like of course it's nice to like pick a weird car, but you're gonna do it nicely. You're gonna gray. What do you mean by gray? But yeah, it's way different than people think. Like it's just regularity. Oh yeah. It's like most of the cars are actually very boring. Like there are not that many unique cars in the Dakar Rally. Sorry, in the Dakar Classics. Most people have chosen very normal cars. It's always a bit funny when they are like trying to like always show you the Porsche and the Volkswagen Transporter and all that, when it's like, yeah, almost everything is a fucking Land Cruiser, Terrano, Patrol, Pajero. And the competition itself, it's really weird because not many people understand what the fuck regularity means. So yeah, I guess it's kinda hard to explain on TV. Oh yeah, the Coyote 504 pickup and such. Yeah. I think that thing is still this year too. I think it's there. Not entirely sure, but I think it's there. There's two 504s. One is the normal car and one is the Ute, the pickup. But yeah, they have the. Maybe I got confused. Ah no, I thought it was there. I mean, for example, the Panda fans Panda fans have had their own African race for many years nowadays. Like there's the Panda Ride, which is I think it's a Spanish, French, and Italian organization, and they go to like Morocco. They go from Europe to Morocco through Spain, and then spend like a week in Morocco or whatever. And it's a very similar event, to the Dakar Classics. Like, to be honest, the Dakar Classics is not a very original concept because it's basically based on what people, you know, fans of certain vehicles have already done for a few years now. Like, the Panda Raid has existed for like maybe 15 years or more. To be honest, I don't know if it's still going, but yeah, like it used to happen, like, you know, it happened like for a few years, you know, quite some time ago. I guess they basically, you know, they saw the success of the Panda Raid and such, and were like, okay, we can do this shit. Oh, good lord, like, that's even worse than a fucking Panda. I mean, one of the good things, like, about the 126 is that it's very light. So even if you get stuck, like, almost anybody can pull you. Like, any Land Cruiser or whatever can easily, like, hook you and just pull you away. That's one of the good things. I want, like, to be honest, like, for example, like, if I was trying to do the Dakar Classics, I'd either go very boring and pick a freaking, you know, Land Cruiser, Pajero, Montero, whatever, Pajero, Terrano, whatever, or go for a very lightweight car, very lightweight, you know, hatchback or whatever. Because, yeah, like, lack of weight is very important in the sand. Like, it's quite important to keep the car light because, yeah, like, that's one of the things that will give you lots of trouble in with the sand and all that. Like, often people don't understand that, you know, it's a bit like snow, I guess. Like, snow is also another surface where being like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna go around the fucking lake. Around the fucking lake and gonna find the traces somehow. Traces, where are you? You didn't really... Wait. I think I might be skipping a waypoint if I do this. Where the fuck is this shit? I didn't see the traces anywhere. Okay. Okay, I didn't skip any waypoint. Yeah, because there's another fucking lake. Ah, no, this fucking lake, I think... Yeah, this one does include going through the water. I think the waypoint is in the water. Also, yeah, it's not that long. I thought it was deeper. I don't know why the Portuguese guys are so obsessed with water splashes in fucking Saudi Arabia. I don't get it. It's Saudi Arabia, come on. So yeah, we even with all my stupid ideas, I still finish like almost 2 minutes ahead of everyone. Haradh is trying to put some pressure on me, I guess, because, you know, he finished second in this stage. What the fuck? And oh, very bad stage for Kaimi, and yeah, Kaimi I think was still bit. Yeah, he's still fourth. Sherko 123, what the fuck? Come on, man. Like, it's one thing for me and Meji to be up ahead. You know, like, that can be, you know, bit weird, but, you know, it's doable. It could happen in real life. But come on. Also leading for almost a minute and 39, hour 39 minutes. Playa something third this stage. She has a very slight different, you know, model. Oh yeah, T1 Plus. T1 Plus was just a way to like kill the buggies. Like Toyota and X-Ray got, they got angry, especially against Peugeot. And then, yeah, they basically went like, yeah, no, like either you give us some decent advantage, or we're just not coming. Oh, by the way, this is the final fucking stage of the rally. Just 30 more minutes. I guess it's gonna be like 30 minutes long, I guess. Is it gonna be easier or not? Traces, dirt road. Traces, dirt road. Minimal off track just to cross some whatever. Oh yeah, this I think is gonna be a fairly easy stage. Yeah, like 120 kilometers and nothing truly off track. Okay, now some off track, mostly to cross a highway and something else. No, the problem with Peugeot is that they always take things way too seriously. Like, for example, when they went to like Group C racing, they basically like they dropped so much money that it was basically an F1 budget, but for Le Mans. And you know, nobody had that amount of money back then. Like the money Peugeot used for Le Mans, they could have had a fantastic F1 team. And yeah, with Rally Raid, it was a bit similar because they used the Group B budget first, like, you know, in the 80s, and then more recently in South America. The problem was that manufacturers weren't supposed to make buggies. Buggies was just for like small teams, you know, Century, Optimus, SMG, Sodi cars, all those people. Buggies are for all those people, not for manufacturers. You're not supposed to build the car and the engine. You're just supposed to build a car and then put a random engine in it and let's see what the fuck happens. But no, Peugeot like were using, you know, WRC budget or WTCC budget just to make making a buggy. So that was way too overpowered. Like that was the whole problem. Like they didn't follow, like, for example, there was no written rule against like manufacturers cannot enter as buggies, but everybody knew about it. Everybody knew that no, you're a manufacturer, you build a fucking car, a 4x4 car. You do not build a buggy if you're a manufacturer. Peugeot didn't give a fuck. And I'm sure at some point, like, probably even ASO told them, like, please leave. Like, I know it sounds weird, please leave. Oh, but we're a manufacturer, we're bringing so much money, leave. Because, for example, Overdrive was also thinking about making a buggy. Overdrive had prepared a truggy, you know, a Hilux shaped buggy, just to, like, you know, just to kill Peugeot. They were 100% ready, and at last minute, Peugeot left, and basically probably ASO and the FIA told them, like, yeah, it's fine, no need to do this fucking druggy thing, like, just keep doing the 4x4. There are images of the Hilux buggy online. Like I think they even posted a a preview. It was many years ago. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, yeah. It even has. Yeah, Hilux buggy. Just write Hilux buggy on Google and it will show you. It's not a T1. It's not 4x4. It's a buggy, and the engine is way more modified than the normal one allows. It's from like let me see. 2016. Like that thing was, that was Overdrive's response to be like, oh yeah, so we can be a manufacturer and build a buggy? Okay, fuck you, we're doing this. And I guess the ASO just stopped it all. They were like, no, fuck off, stop. And it's also probably 2017 or so it's the year when when ASO started with the speed limit for cars. It was also the same. It was like, no, shut the fuck up, just take it easy. We don't need to get this crazy. Just fucking take it easy because yeah, this is gonna get extremely dangerous if we go this route. Like it was legit, like complicated for the organizers. So yeah, final stage, Haradh to Qiddiya or something like that. Yeah, I basically have almost 2 hours. The advantage is almost 2 hours. Like there have been a bunch of very interesting moments when it comes to the rules in recent history in the Dakar Rally. People don't talk about them too much because usually it has been like kinda ugly. Yeah, it's the hey, you almost got it right. The original trophy track was also by Toyota. And it was basically a truck-shaped buggy, aka truggy. A trophy truck is always a truggy. You almost got it right. That's what it is. It's a truggy. They recreated what. Oh god, what was the name of those guys? PPE or something like that? When they created the original trophy track. The original trophy track, the famous Toyota, that you can see on like Forza Horizon and such. That's basically a buggy with a with a pickup truck shape on top. No, but the ones in the USA was like something like PPI. Toyota PPI or something like or something similar. Oops! I completely forgot about the speed zone. There we go. That another 4-minute penalty. So yeah, they were the ones that created the modern trophy track. Before that, it was just normal tracks modified, like like we have nowadays in Dakar, like we had in Dakar Rally not too many years ago, like the original T1s basically. And then the Toyota basically found the way to like, okay, so we can put a pickup truck body on top of a buggy. Awesome. And that's when the trophy truck was born. So yeah, basically like the South African guys basically wanted to recreate what the Americans had done like 24, 25 years before, more or less. I don't remember exactly when Toyota did the original Truggy. Well, I mean, it wasn't Toyota, it was PPI. Like, I wish it wasn't so fucking controversial all the time, because yeah, because if you eliminate the controversy, like, these kinds of things are really entertaining. Like, nobody, for example, like, we've had, buggies for a long time. Nobody has really tried to, like, okay, I'm gonna make a very good buggy shaped like a normal truck or whatever. Like, nobody has really tried that. At least, like, not trying to win the race. Like, it has always been like super small teams. Like, for example, Volkswagen, No, the Gazoo Racing thing is just a catch-all name. It's just marketing. It's always overdrive, and those are in South Africa. It's basically Geniel de Villiers' team. The man responsible for everything Toyota has done in rally race over the past, good lord, 10 to 15 years, 15 years more or less, has always been Geniel de Villiers, and it's always overdrive. Like, the Gazoo name is just because I guess Toyota wants people to think that it's always Toyota Japan doing the job, basically. They always Toyota wants normal people to think like, oh yeah, it's not Toyota Finland doing the rally cars, it's us. It's not Toyota South Africa doing the rally race, it's us. And yeah, like, it's just marketing. Like, I'm legit surprised they haven't sent some Japanese guy to the rally, to Dakar. Like, I'm surprised. Like, considering, the way Toyota works nowadays, it's very weird that they haven't, told Geniel de Villiers to be like, nah, prepare a car and you're gonna teach some Japanese guy how the fuck rally raid works, and maybe he can finish like top 10 or whatever. They do it in rallies. Katsumoto or whatever, he's not that good. But like, they tell the guys in Finland to be like, no, you're gonna have a Japanese driver, fuck you. Oh yeah. The T2 operation, yeah, it's France and Japan. Like, Akira Miura has been racing the Dakar Rally for a very long time. He just loves it. Again, fucking hell. I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying enough attention. That's 2 out of 2 so far. Yeah, but it's a French-Japanese collab, basically. Like, for example, a few years ago, the French driver was endurance world champion, endurance motorbike world champion Christian Lavier, driving the Toyota T2. Oh yeah, there's no competition whatsoever. Like, it's just them. But it's just an a commercial. They're just basically filming a commercial. Like what they are just doing, like promo material for the Land Cruiser. Also, it's a brand new model for the Land Cruiser. So yeah, it's basically like filming a commercial. Probably a bit too expensive, not gonna lie. I think like doing the Dakar Rally, it's probably a bit too expensive. Maybe it's much easier to just go to fucking Morocco and be like, and just film a bunch of scenes or whatever. I guess I have to. I mean, right now they are helping each other because I think Akira had some problem on like stage 2 or stage 3. And at this moment, like, it's only just the French guy actually doing the thing. Like Akira is in full, he's just helping the French guy. So many crossroads, holy fuck. Like, I don't remember now the name of the French guy, but yeah, like, Akira's already, like, he had to skip a day or whatever, or like, skip part of the stage because he had either he had a mechanical problem or fucked up somewhere and had to, like, use the highway to reach the next bivouac. Not really, like I don't remember any anime about it. Closest thing is that one Jackie Chan movie. God damn it! 3 out of 3. Fuck. And this time I was looking at it. I just didn't slow down enough. I'm an idiot. I mean, for example, like Japanese manufacturers have loved, Africa in general for a long time. Like, I think it was like even before the Dakar Rally, they were interested in like the Safari Rally and such. Like I think it was Nissan. Well, back then it wasn't even Nissan. It was Datsun. Datsun participated in the Safari Rally like in the 70s, and probably even earlier. And for example, like even in 1995, Subaru brought like a couple of videos, mini cars, to like to the actual Safari Rally, just to promote the car. Like they've loved Africa and such like for a long time. Toyota was completely obsessed about the Safari Rally back then. They would spend so much money. Hey, I finally did it. Finally slow down correctly for fucking speed zone. I was 3 out of 3 before that. I was getting so angry at myself. Like, I'm gonna finish last on this stage. Well, maybe not last, but man, it's not gonna be pretty. But yeah, like I'm trying to think about it, but yeah, like almost every single major Japanese manufacturer has been very interested in participating in Africa. Probably Mazda is the only one that has avoided. Mazda has kind of avoided Africa, but all of the other ones like have been like really interested. Yeah, I mean, I guess they probably try to make it look more like an adventure, and less like a race. Or probably they probably try to go like a speed racer. There are a bunch of animes and cartoon series that, if you think about it, they are a bit related to what we think nowadays as rally raid. Because it's a race, but it's an adventure, and there are shortcuts, and there are dangers in the route and all that. Nowadays we just think we think about rally raid on that, but yeah, I mean that would, I mean, not gonna lie. Since I'm since I can be a bit distracted and still navigate and all that, I would probably do the same. I'm bringing some music along, at least for the liaisons, at least for the asphalt roads. Otherwise, I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna lose more concentration because of being bored. For example, before I started the streaming, which was, when I started the 2020 Dakar Rally, I was listening to podcasts while playing. I was listening to PKA and Gypsy Tales and Whiskey Throttle Show and all that kind of shit while I was doing the stages. Oh yeah, that would also be me. For example, that's another thing that I do in real life when I'm doing downhill mountain biking. For example, I don't have a dirt bike, but I sometimes do downhill mountain biking during the summer. I sing to myself all the fucking time. I don't know. It's just normal for me. And it's the same when I'm skiing. If I go skiing, I sometimes sing to myself. Oh god, I kinda got out of a speeding ticket, but because they couldn't prove it. They could only prove I passed on the right. But I was also going way over the speed limit, but they couldn't prove it. Oh, that's nice. This guy is Motorhead, right? Motorhead, no? Oh no, Iron Maiden. Yeah. Yeah, I know a bit. I know some songs and groups. But yeah, in my case, it was very late at night, and some guy was on the left lane, but going I don't know, maybe less than 120 kilometers per hour. So instead of putting myself behind, flashing the lights, and waiting for him to move, I just passed on the right, and suddenly the police is behind me. The police was behind me. But when I passed him, I wasn't doing 120, I was doing 140. But they couldn't prove it. That's an unknown artist. Oh yeah, it was oh, who sings these songs? I don't fucking know. That has happened so many times. Being oh yeah, this song is very good. Who's singing it? I don't fucking know. That used to be so annoying. Oh, I mean, oh yeah, no. But for example, I was always the kind of guy that would change the information on every song. I would always change the info. I was like, no, I'm just changing it. Because I don't know, sometimes I would have a friend and he'd ask me, like, he'd be like, oh yeah, what's the song? And I'd be like, yep, look at the screen. To be honest, this is a very normal stage. Like, I was expecting, like, I don't know, like something more either spectacular or whatever, but no, this is a very, like, normal stage to end the Dakar Rally. That's kind of interesting. Also, for example, I remember that in Windows Media Player, for example, like you could like highlight many songs and change the artist just once, and every highlighted song would change the artist. That was always really nice. You cannot do that on fucking smartphones. Like sometimes I get some music for the smartphone because I always use pirated music. And fucking thing like it just has the. I cannot change the info. It's so annoying. Well, I have to change the info song by song. So slow. Okay, this is 50, so I have to. Hello, Ferran. You find me on the final stage of the Dakar Rally. Representing Lorenzo Santolino. So yeah, we're just like chatting about whatever, Ferran. I got like 12 minutes of penalties because of me forgetting the speed zone, like the first 3 speed zones, all of them. Wait. Don't you do anything fucking wrong? Look at that! What the fuck? I didn't know we were in Minecraft. No, yeah, you have to do it yourself. There's no button. You have to just slow down and do it yourself. You just have to do it yourself, so yeah, like you can like fucking blow it. And I kept blowing it like 3 times in a row. Okay then. There we go. 320. More or less. Oh, between the rocks. Nice. 345. But yeah, it was really like I got really frustrated, not gonna lie, because I usually don't fuck up, and I kept fucking up. I was like, god damn it, 3 in a row. Depends. Like the shortest stages are like, for example, there's a mode that has much shorter races. And like each stage is only like 10-15 minutes. And then there's this Dakar Rally mode, which has the much longer ones. Okay. I was really concerned about me hitting the invisible waypoints. Like this one, the longest stage is over 100 kilometers in game. Like the numbers you see up top, the 275, that's the scale is 1 to 5. So for example, right now I'm like 55 kilometers. I've only done like 55 kilometers this stage. It's so the navigation can, like, you know, so the navigation can follow the real rules of activation and all that. So the waypoints work like in real life. Because for example, this waypoint in real life would have an activation radius of like 150 meters or 200 meters. If the stages are so short, it would be very, very easy to just hit the checkpoints. So they use the scale. It's nice. I mean, it takes some adapting. Because, you know, you have to understand that every number you read, it's a lot less distance. But once you get it, it's easy. $310. Or we're gonna do a bit more something or something. Hit it, 330 something. Let's avoid the goddamn rocks. So yeah, the shorter stages are only like 15-20 kilometers. Like a double URC stage, I guess. And then the longer ones are, you know, a bit over 100. But there are not too many that are over 100 kilometers long. For example, in the 2020 Dakar Rally, I only found 2 stages that were over 100 kilometers. I mean, it's really fun, to be honest. Like the physics are quite bad. There's no shame in admitting that. But I just like the navigation. I just like following the road book and all that. Like, you know, all the crossroads. Or for example, right now I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I'm just trying to, like, you know, read numbers and try to, like, hopefully hit everything. Yeah, that's a bit, you know, I got like 36 minutes of repairs. Because, oh, by the way, you know, Ferran, let me show you this. You can repair the motorbike at any minute, or car. But every fucking thing you try to repair, it's gonna cost you time. Like 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute 30, all that. So, you know, better be careful. Better, you know, have some care. And this is the only speed zone with the autopilot, because it's a checkpoint. It's a checkpoint. So yeah, like I stop here. You know, the autopilot stops, and then you regain control. You know, after the next marker. We are crossing a motorway. And I have control again. No. It was 950. The big one was the 950. There's a very good YouTube video of Giovanni Sala riding another, you know, the KTM LC8, the 950, the race bike, not the normal bike, the race bike. Like 15 years later. Good lord, what a massive motorbike. Like that motorbike, like in competition, like the official the good KTM's, 130 horsepower, 130. Which is like double the power, for example, this motorbike has. They banned them, like they had to ban them, like it was just too crazy. Oh yeah, for example, David Fretigné was with a Yamaha that was just a 450. I mean, the good thing was just that he wouldn't get that much very tired. Like, for example, Sala explains in the video that he was like, good lord, these things were exhausting. Because it was like so much power and weight, like so tough, so tough. And he was like, yeah, like it was just crazy. Like, for example, in Europe, they never used them. Like, whenever they had a race in Europe, like the Baja España Aragon, they never used them. No, they did Paris Dakar and Dakar and there was another race that was Dakar El Cairo. For example, I think it's the year 2000. Year 2000, I think it was Dakar El Cairo, because there were some guerrilla problems in, like, oh, I'll forget the country. It's one of those, Mauritania, maybe Mauritania or Mali or something like that. It was because of safety problems. It was like in 97. 97 was Dakar Agadez Dakar, because they had a big problem like Morocco and Algeria. So they had to find another way. So they did like, okay, we're just gonna go from Dakar to Agadez, and then Agadez to Dakar again. Like, basically, most of the changes in the route of the Dakar Rally have been because of political problems. Not all of them, but a lot of them have been because of those kinds of problems. Because yeah, like, it was just unsafe to, you know, to make the race like that. This is the junction. For example, like if you want to, the video is in Italian, but I think there are English subtitles available. If you try to look at the, you know, the Giovanni Sala with the LC8. I don't know, just try to do Giovanni Sala 950 or something. Absolutely wonderful video, and you know, a guy that raced those motorbikes telling you like, yeah, these were fucking crazy. Even normal people would end up buying and racing those motorbikes. And the pros were like, yeah, this shit's crazy. So yeah, finish this stage in 7th because of all the penalties mainly. All the fucking speed zones. Yeah. Nowadays it's just Saudi Arabia, like for example in this game, like it's just the map of Saudi Arabia. But yeah, finish the stage in 7 because, you know, penalties. I'm an idiot. Money. And yeah, final rankings. I won this by 1 hour 34 minutes. Who was the fastest rider before penalties? I see 8:13 by Adrian Medje. I think it's gonna be that one. And probably the slowest one is gonna be Andrew Short. No, Sam Sunderland, 9:10. 9 hours 10 minutes without penalties. Final podium. It's kind of cool. Everyone is waving the American flag because I don't know why, but I put myself, you know, with the American flag. And El Coyote de Guijuelo wins the 2020 Dakar Rally. That looks nothing like him. That face is so wrong. No. Dakar didn't become part of the World Rally Championship. The World Rally Championship is now organized by ASO. It's just organized by ASO. Because the Dakar Rally never wanted to be part of the World Rally Raid Championship. I guess I have to pick this. So yeah, that was the Dakar Rally. And yeah, this is the whole map in the game. Not everything is available for now. They've said that at some point there will be an update that will include, for example, this part. So you can drive here, and there will be races here. And I guess there will be also races like over here. Like for example, yeah, like for all this part of the map. All this part of the map will eventually be added as DLC for free. They just I don't know, like for example, like right now all the stages happen like within these areas, like over here, you know, like